Look, we've all fantasized about being with someone who might not exactly know how we feel, but do you ever really think what it would actually be like? Maybe they're just attractive. Maybe once you get to know them, you'd realize just how bad of an idea this whole thing was. Or maybe the two of you are actually perfect for each other. So before you make a bold move from friend to date or from date to significant other, let's just talk about a few ways to tell if they might be good for you or not. What I'm saying is, if you and your crush do everything on this list, it's looking pretty good for the two of you. But if the two of you don't do any of it, don't even bother. It's really just a waste of time at this point. So today, we're gonna cover 5 key signs that your crush is perfect for you. Number 1, if you have the same sense of humor. Sense of humor has to be one of the most important things in a relationship. Like, if the two of you are hanging out and you're making jokes the other person doesn't find funny, it's already over. Not a chance in hell. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but in all honesty, laughing is a way of showing comfort around someone. Like, if you make a joke and they tell you it was dumb, you're gonna feel pretty crappy about yourself. Or about them. Either way, not a great way for a relationship to function. Granted, most of my jokes are corny dad jokes and will make you cringe more than they will make you laugh. So I'm not saying you have to find every joke funny, but just have a similar sense of humor. It's not as much about individual jokes as much as it is just overall sense of humor. Because if they don't get your humor, they don't get you. So maybe give them some time, give them a chance to start to understand your humor. But if it's just not coming to them, you gotta get the heck out of there because the two of you do not vibe. The second huge sign that you're basically soulmates is that the two of you get along super well with each other's friends. While the two of you getting along with each other is just necessary for you to want to be together at all, getting along with each other's friends shows a lot more longevity to a relationship because there's literally no time that you're not welcome to be around. I'm not saying that you should constantly be around each other, but if the friends are over, you can still see them and it's not like weird. I've had girlfriends in the past that did not get along with certain friends and I've had to try and keep the two of them away from each other and it just sucked. It was just stressful to even think about. But when everyone not only tolerates but likes each other, total game changer. Now they're one of your friends and your significant other. And it does not get much better than that. Third on this list is that the two of you motivate each other. They make you want to be a better person. You lift each other up. You're supportive when and where you need to be. But you can also criticize each other if you're doing it to help. And they're not going to be offended by it because they know it's coming from a good place. In fact, they value and appreciate it. Being able to do this is not an easy feat, but it is such a game changer for the longevity in your relationship, if you can. The way I see it is that you're either helping or hurting each other in terms of your personal work. That could be homework, it could be your job, it could be anything. Like, it is really easy. There is no challenge to having a relationship where 100% of the time you're just in bed, having pizza, and watching Netflix. As great as that is every once in a while, if that's all that you ever do, eventually you're just gonna associate that person with being lazy and unproductive. And what's worse is if you do that together constantly, you're both really just validating constantly doing it and putting off any other responsibilities you might have. But little things like if they offer to help you with homework, or give you ideas on something you're stuck on, or maybe even just leave earlier because you both have work to do. Stuff like that benefits you both everywhere else in your life. It's sort of just a great way to help keep you in check, and that's huge. Like, if you can feel like you're moving forward in your life and still have a great relationship, that is a perfect relationship right there. Number 4 on this list is that you like the things that they're insecure about and they feel the same way about you. Like that mole that you hate, they think it's cute. They're self-conscious about snoring, you find it relaxing. I don't know if people find snoring relaxing, but you see what I'm getting at. That is some real love if I've ever seen it. This is like that get married and live happily ever after type of love. But it has to be both ways. It can't just be one of you liking the other person's insecurities and not have that back. And if they don't like your insecurities, or if they, even worse, actively dislike your insecurities, you gotta get the hell out of there. That's not gonna help you feel better about yourself. That's just gonna put you down. But this is just great because your weaknesses become a strength with this person. It's just gonna make you more confident and happy about yourself. In general, I'm just a big believer that if you're happy with yourself, then everything else in your life can be great. But it starts here. My hand wasn't showing up down there. But it starts here. But there's also a big difference between letting that person make you feel good about yourself and then also being dependent on it. Like if the only reason you like yourself is because of them, you gotta put in some work, because you shouldn't be reliant on someone to feel good about yourself. You should just know that you're great, and people who see it are just finally getting to see how great you are. This isn't where I was trying to go with the whole thing, but what I'm trying to say is just you're more responsible for your happiness than anyone else. And finally, the last sign that the two of you were meant for each other is you can just talk about anything. In my opinion, this is really the ultimate sign, because the two of you can have deep philosophical conversations one minute and then have the most offensive, dirty jokes the next. And you just both get it. You can tell them when something's bothering you and vice versa, and you'll both do whatever you can to make the other person feel better. It is not an easy thing to do at all. I mean, talking about very personal things often, that's terrifying. But if the two of you are somehow able to do this and walk away feeling good about it, that's just a match made in heaven. And I'm jealous. Seriously. You should break up with them and then date me. I'm just kidding. Anyways, that was it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, let me know by giving it a big old thumbs up. Also, tell me in the comments if you agree or disagree with my points here. This is all my opinion, so feel free. Maybe you think that people should be total opposites in every way. And they say opposites attract, right? Maybe that's you. I don't know, let me know in the comments down below. Last video I asked you all what were some things that I didn't mention that you think guys are insecure about, and so on screen right now are some of my favorite comments from that video. And remember, if you want to be featured at the end of my next video, all you gotta do is leave a comment and maybe I'll feature you. But if you want me to actually call you by name and talk to you on here, you're gonna want an Instagram shout out. Speaking of which, huge Instagram shout out to Sid for commenting on a recent pic. A little riddle for me. What's cans typed backwards? Snack. I see what you did there. The next Instagram shout out today goes to Quality M. I could just call her by her name Emily, but why deny myself a shout out too? Not only is she one of my favorite people ever, but she's also from Toronto, and most importantly, she commented on a recent pic saying that my hair wasn't red enough. Well, I'm sorry I can't be the red that you want me to be. I'm doing my best over here, okay? I think it's red enough as it is. I'm not gonna change for you, okay? Whatever. And lastly, big Instagram shout out to Alex, who wasn't a fan of the pun that I captioned a picture with, but you know what? I've met her, she's great, she's a great singer. I'll forgive it this time. So go follow those three, and if you want a little Instagram shout out at the end of my next video, make sure that you are following me on Instagram first of all, have my notifications on second of all, like a bunch of my pictures actively, you know, not just one time, what do I look like? And then just leave comments. Today, obviously, was a largely comment shout out, so comments are great. And finally, subscribe to me if you haven't already. Click over here if you want more advice videos. That's right, it's not just this one, there's more. And with all that being said, I'll see you next time. Peace!